one of these days I will have such a good little intro. You're gonna be super excited. You might even subscribe. The planks and I are super excited to have you here. This is gonna be a great workout. I hope you're ready for it. 18 minutes. We're going to be doing 30 seconds of work, and then 30 seconds of work, and then resting for 30 seconds. So the first 30 seconds, we're going to be doing push-ups. The second 30 seconds, we're going to be doing a form of abs, okay? And then we rest. All right, make sure to drink lots of water. I recommend warming up for at least 5 minutes before trying this video and doing this type of focused workout. Here are some videos that I have. They are great for warming your little self up. Give them a try. Let's hop into it.
Get those plants out of the way, shimmy. We have a wide grip push-up coming up. Modification for this is to have your knees to the ground and your feet angled up. Notice that my elbows are not angled straight out from my body, they're slightly inwards. My gaze is slightly forward to protect my neck. My core is engaged, and I don't know if you can see, but I am squeezing my glutes. All right, less than 10 seconds. You're doing so great. Thanks for clicking play. Thanks for spending time with me today. We have our perfect plank. So here you want to make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders. You're puffing up between your shoulder blades. Your core is engaged. You're making sure to squeeze your thighs and your glutes, and your gaze is just a little bit above your fingertips. Great job, everybody. Less than 5 seconds here, and then we rest. Remember to breathe. Just gonna angle the camera down a little bit so it's easier to see. Up next, we have our narrow push-ups. Oh, lower yourself down. For our narrow push-ups, they're going to be right underneath our shoulders. Our hands are right underneath our shoulders. Our elbows are coming close up to our rib cages and right beside it. My gaze is still forward. My glutes are still nice and tight. My core is engaged. I'm going at a pace that I know I can keep good form. As soon as you realize that you're dipping your back, that your neck is hanging down, you need to drop to your knees. Keep good form. Now we have our perfect plank. So again, your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Your gaze is slightly forward. Your glutes are nice and clenched. If you could have someone come over and poke your bum, it should be rock hard. You want a rock hard bum. All right, and remember to breathe here. Now we rest. During this time, feel free to do some wrist stretches. Notice that I'm doing that as well. This is good to keep that mobility. Oftentimes we forget about stretching those little areas, keeping those areas of our body mobile. Ankles, wrists, our joints are very important. It's good to send them some love. We have our diamond push-ups next. So touch your thumbs together and your pointer fingers together. Do a heart to heart as you would in yoga, and then make sure that your elbows basically push back across to your torso. I'm spreading my legs out so that I can keep a good form, and I'm going at a pace that I know I can keep a good form as well. As soon as I dip my back to the ground, that's when I'm going to drop my knees. Okay, and this is where we see that Trisha forgets the workout that she's planned, and she gazes off into the distance and realizes, oh, we have our forearm plank.
I don't usually fall for someone
Okay, now we rest, but I'm gonna make up the lost time. I'm gonna go a little longer. Don't worry, I'll make it up later. Now we have a wide fanned out push-up. This is where our fingertips are out to the sides. So like with all other push-ups, your glutes are tight, your core is engaged, your gaze is slightly forward. For this push-up, my hands are fanned out towards the sides. And this is going to be something that you feel in between your shoulder blades. You should be squeezing in between there. Remember to breathe here. You should be breathing on the up, so on the exertion. Great, and now you can see I remembered my forearm plank. So for your forearm plank, if you need to modify, drop your knees down. Make sure to keep your gaze slightly forward. I think you guys know what I'm gonna say next. You have to squeeze your glutes. You have to engage your core. Sometimes when I'm bored and I'm doing planks, I like to add in some knee taps. Okay, now we breathe. We should be breathing throughout the entirety of this, but this is a specific area of the workout where we're focused on that. Don't forget to sip some water. Don't gulp it down, but sip it. Now we have a fun push-up. We've got our dive bomber push-ups. As you can see, I'm going into a pike and then I'm diving down. The push-up is when my elbows are angled out towards my feet. Notice that my legs don't touch the ground when I dive down. Everything is hovering. That's where you're engaged. Great job, everybody. You've got this. This is a fun little workout. Now we've got our side plank. Make sure that your obliques are engaged here. Keep your hips raised. I like to have my feet stacked over each other. Make sure that your elbow is underneath your shoulder. You don't want it out or in. That's not good for your back. And now we rest. Great job. Now we have our pike push-ups. We're in the awkward push-up realm. That's what I like to call this. Dive bomber push-ups and pike push-ups are so awkward, but they're fun and they're good for you. And you can tell that now I'm going to try and show the demonstration there. Okay. Pike push-ups. So you're in a pike position. You're slightly lowering your head towards the ground. Don't let your head hit the ground though. You want to be able to work out tomorrow. Okay? Great job, everybody. I know that this awkward push-up realm is, well, awkward. But you've got this. You're almost done. We're going to go into our side plank on the other side. I'm just going to adjust so that I'm still facing the camera. I'm going to engage my obliques, make sure that my hips are raised. My feet are on top of each other there. I like to keep my hands active predominantly and make sure that my back is nice and straight. So you'll see that my top arm is constantly moving. It's how I'm just reminding myself to stay active in the entirety of this exercise. Now we rest. Maybe you shimmy a little bit during this part. Maybe you check yourself out because you're a good looking person. I hope you're smiling, unlike me in this resting phase. Trust me, I'm smiling in my heart. Okay, now we're gonna go back to our wide grip push-ups. This is the first push-up set that we did. So our arms are going to go to the back. Go to the back, I don't know what that means. Our hands are just outside of our shoulders, right? Not underneath our shoulders. And we're going to make sure that our elbows are not angled straight out, but just slightly towards our hips. All right, you can see that I've increased my pace a little bit, and I realized, oh, my form was not good, so I adjusted. It's okay to do that. Now we've got our perfect plank, so we're going to put our hands underneath our shoulders. We're just going to angle ourselves forward, keep our gaze forward. We're going to breathe. Great job, everybody. This is a challenging workout. It's a good focused workout, but it is challenging. You're doing so well. You've got less than 5 seconds in this perfect plank. Done. Okay, now we rest. Grab some water if you need it. Make sure to smile. Remind yourself why you came here today. Keep in mind, you already did yourself such a huge favor by just pressing play. And also, let's just admit that I am super fun to spend time with, okay? All right, we've got our narrow push-ups. Our hands are underneath our shoulders. We're going to let our elbows go straight back. We're going to be making sure that our back is nice and straight. There isn't a dip. Our core is engaged and our glutes are engaged. Our gaze is forward. Was that enough for you to remember to make sure that this exercise is perfect? I hope so. Just kidding. But seriously though, make sure that your form is along those lines. You don't want to injure yourself. Now we're going to do our perfect plank. Again, hands underneath your shoulders. Great job, everybody. For modification here, go to your knees. You can still have your hands underneath your shoulders. Make sure that your feet are raised if you're modified then. Just keep your back straight. Great. Now we have a little breathing session. You can see that I'm gonna spend some time on my wrists. Ooh, yeah, and we pose. All right, a little bit less than 10 seconds here in this resting phase. Prepare yourself, get ready for the work that's coming up. We've got our diamond push-ups. As you can see, right away I noticed my form was dwindling, so I am just going to go into the modified version. Keep my back straight, my knees are to the ground, my feet are raised. My diamond is right over, or under rather, my heart. My gaze is forward. You can see that I was okay with my form, prepped myself, and then I went on to my feet. There is nothing wrong with that. I don't want to hurt myself. Now we've got our forearm plank. Remember to keep your core engaged. Your glutes are nice and tight here. You're breathing. You're doing so well. Modification here, again, put your knees to the ground. And next, we rest. We've got less than 5 minutes left of this workout, everybody. Can I get a what? Okay, we've got our fanned push-ups. I'm gonna come up with a cool name, kind of like the flamingo when we did our standing abs, but okay, focus, Trisha. We've got our fan push-ups. Our elbows go towards the back, slightly angled inwards and outwards. I don't know what inwards and outwards means. What I mean by that is that I don't have my arms are not goalposts, okay? They're angled slightly towards my bottom. And bottom means bottom. Okay, my core is engaged, My gaze is slightly forward. And next we have our forearm plank. So keep your core engaged. Notice that I'm spreading my legs out a little bit. You can do that. That's slightly modified. Keeping them together adds more challenge, and you can add that challenge as you need. If you find that it's too easy, you can see that I found it was too easy, so I added more challenge. And now we rest. We're nearly there. Yeah, we've got those dive bombs. So get yourself ready. We're gonna go into our pike position. And you want to dive up, back to pike. Great job, everybody. This is that awkward push-up realm. And now we do our side plank. Keep your obliques engaged. Notice that I'm moving my arm that isn't on the ground around every so often. That's just to remind myself to stay active. Okay, and now we rest, we breathe. We have a minute left. I hope you're excited. I hope you feel proud of the work you've done today. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. And now we have our pike push-ups. Again, awkward push-up realm. Notice that my gaze is to the floor, making sure to push towards my feet there. So I'm keeping my back nice and straight. My core is engaged. My elbows go slightly out. Don't drop your head to the floor. That's not the goal. We do not want a concussion, okay? And we have our opposite side plank. Great job. Keep your obliques engaged. Raise your hips. Layer your feet. All right, and we have less than 10 seconds. Come on, you're almost there. You've got it. I'm so proud of you. And you are done. You did it. Thank you so much for working out with me today. You are awesome.
That was your 18-minute plank push-up workout. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you feel strong. Yeah. My plants truly appreciated having you here. Please make sure to drink lots of water. Please make sure to stretch after this. Make sure to do some arm stretches, okay? Make sure to stretch your lower back. Do some child's pose. Make sure to breathe. Make sure to hydrate, all right? Please make sure to also leave a like, leave a comment. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to hit that notification bell so that you never miss another video with the plants and I. Okay? We're a dynamic duo. We do a lot of cool things. You don't want to miss it. Thanks everybody. Have a cool day.